so is your front row seat for all the action.
From the sidelines to the end zone.
It's the best high school football coverage in the Blue Ridge. This is Friday Night Blitz on WFXR.
Time to get it on.
Yes, good evening, everyone. I'm Jermaine Farrell, hoping your day is wonderful and blessed. Friday Night Blitz is on the scene. We're in week 8 of the high school football season. Let's get the party started with tonight's game of the week.
Now, the Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week, sponsored by Don Hudson Insurance.
Our Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week took place last night. Seminole District battle, Liberty Christian Bulldogs hosting the Heritage Pioneers. Let's go to Williams Stadium for all of the action. And it's going to be the first quarter for the Pioneers. They're going to be in the red zone. Quarterback Jasir Bateman is going to hook up with the man, the myth, the legend, Terrell Washington, who scores a touchdown. The missed extra point will make it 6-0 Heritage. Second quarter of the Bulldogs, they're in the red zone. Joe Borchers looking for something. He's going to throw it to the wrong guy. That's Marcus White in the end zone. The Pioneers still would have the lead at the half, 6-0. So we go to the third quarter. LCA get the offense going. Gideon Davidson is going to take this one from 40 yards out. He won't be stopped. The Bulldogs take a 7-6 lead. He was a former Friday Night Blitz Player of the Week, by the way. Meanwhile, next possession, JB, Joe Borchers, goes to the air, hooks up with Carson Meadows for the touchdown. The Dogs take a 14-6 lead. Now it's the final. LCA stays perfect with the win, 14-6 over Heritage. Ryan Moy picks up the game from Lynchburg.
Well, for tonight's game of the week, it was a tale of two halves, with the Pioneers able to dominate in the first half of the game, but LCA able to come back and show off that grit, grind, and determination that makes the Bulldogs so lethal.
We weren't playing well. You know, we were a little bit out of sorts. I don't know what the reason was. A lot of penalties. We had a pick. We were down on the goal line, and our quarterback put his eyes where they shouldn't have been. And it was not good football is really what it was, but we kind of settled them down a little bit. We got 5 or 6 plays that we got on the board and said, this is what we're going to run in the second half. We got to make them work, and we felt pretty confident that we could. And then we controlled the ball a little bit in the second half and let the clock run, and fortunate to get 2 scores there. That was the difference.
Well, for Coach Rocco, they were able to get their heads back in the game in the second half and use that ground assault that we see so often used by the Bulldogs. But again, they were able to come away with another win and remain undefeated. At Williams Stadium, Ryan Moy, WFXR Sports.
Thanks so much, Ryan. Also last night, senior night for the Glenville Highlanders as they're hosting the Allegheny Mountaineers in a key game. Coach Kevin Clifford thanking the seniors for all they did for the program. We're going to go to the second quarter. It's 3-0 Highlanders. Glenville freshman quarterback Brody Doyot to Nick Woodson, who snags it away from 2 Mountaineer defenders. It's 10-0 Glenville. Allegheny, they're going to get back on offense, and it's going to be Eli Etzminger. He's going to drop back, and Avon calling. That is Avon Knoll with the pick. The Highlanders turn it on the second half, win 31-6. Both teams are now 5-3 on the season. Meanwhile, over at City Stadium tonight in Lynchburg, EC Glass hosting Jefferson Forest, the Toppers, recognizing Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So how about recognition going out to Michael Thomas? We're going to hear about him later. He gets the touchdown, 7-0 Toppers. Meanwhile, more Michael Thomas. Can I get some more Michael Thomas? Can I get some more Michael Thomas? Yes, I can. Runs it to the outside. The bigger the cut, the bigger the rhyme. Deuces, touchdown, 14-0 Glass. More Glass. This is going to be George White. He was a Friday Night Blitz Player of the Week last season. He's trying to get it this year. Runs to the outside. Hey, I can run one in. 21-0 Glass, and the Hilltoppers go to 6-1. 55-6 win over JF. Over at Vineyard Park, homecoming tonight, Roanoke Catholic Celtics. They host the Smith Mountain Lake Christian Academy Osprey. Things went bad for Roanoke Catholic in their first offensive play. They fumbled the ball, and it's recovered by Smith Mountain Lake's Michael Caldwell. But then the Osprey, they would capitalize. Caden Saunders is going to power his way in for the score from 12 yards out. The Osprey get the win over the Celtics tonight, 27-18. The undefeated Grayson County Blue Devils visiting the Giles Spartans from Ragsdale Field. First quarter, the Blue Devils showing their power in the driver's seat. Austin Dow, AD, airing out to Elijah Gillespie. He does the rest, takes it to the house. The Blue Devils would go up 6-0 after the missed PAT. Second quarter, Grayson County in the red zone. This is Chase Poole, takes it to the pay window for the score. Grayson County remains undefeated with a 34-14 win over Giles. Coming up on Friday Night Blitz, first on the scene with the highlights, David Guzman joins us from the Blue Ridge as he checks out North Roanoke action. William Fleming Colonels and Lord Bottot looking to extend their winning streaks. Stick and stay, please.
This is the Home Team Fan Cam, sponsored by Hometown Automotive Service. And now, back to the Blitz. Friday Night Blitz on WFXR.
Time to get it on.
And we're back with more Friday Night Blitz. David Guzman in the house. And David, you had a pair of games in the North Roanoke area, and I know you had a good time over there.
Hey, Jermaine, how's it going? Tonight over at William Fleming, a pair of teams on winning streaks. Lord Bottot, winners of 5 straight, taking on a Colonel squad that has pitched 2 straight shutouts. Fleming won the first 6 in this series, but LB has dominated, won the last 9 meetings. So let's go over and roll the tape. Lord Bottot with a 7-0 lead in the first quarter. William Fleming just trying to get on the scoreboard. Devin Johnson's throw picked off by Tuck Brookman, and that puts the Cavaliers in business. Not too long after, Jakari Nicely on the quarterback keeper zigzags his way into the end zone, and it's a 14-0 lead for the visiting Cavs. But the Colonels coming up with a response. The handoff to Malachi Coleman. Watch him avoid the tackles, and then he breaks free, sees nothing but daylight, puts up 6 for William Fleming. However, there was no stopping the relentless assault from Jakari Nicely. Here he is again finding the end zone. That made it 21-7. Lord Bottot going on to win this one 41-27, the final over William Fleming. A short drive over to Northside. The Vikings looking for their first win on the season, taking on Stanton River. Third quarter, Eagles up 20-0. Brady Barnes facing 3rd and 20, connects with Taylor Thomas. That sets up 1st and goal for Stanton River, but the Vikings defense able to stand their ground. Here they are on 4th down. Barnes sacked by Evan Elliott, slowing down the Stanton River offense. To the 4th quarter we go. Eagles on the attack. Barnes' deep throw picked off by Sincere Julius in the end zone. The Northside defense really stepping up in this game, but the football gods giveth and they taketh away. Angel Rigney coughs the ball up to Joshua Kelly, who comes up with the INT, sets up 1st and goal for the Eagles. And a few plays later, it's Kelly once again who delivers with the touchdown. Stanton River going on a blank Northside 34-0, snapping a 2-game skid. Jermaine, back over to you.
Thank you so much, David. Speaking of delivering, how about a pizza? There you go, over at Bob Patterson Stadium. William Byrd hosting Franklin County Vitoes in the house. Meanwhile, in the house, that Byrd defense, Franklin County had the lead 21-14, but the defense of the Terriers would stiffen up and they get a safety. On the next series, Byrd would take the lead courtesy of our former Friday Night Blitz Player of the Week. The quarterback, Israel Hairston, dashing through the line. That's a 36-yard touchdown. The Eagles, however, would come back and win over William Byrd tonight, 35-23. Probably the game of the night over at Bogle Stadium. We wrap up the highlight reel there. Patrick Henry, winners of 5 in a row, taking on a K-Spring Knights team that they've beaten the last 7 times. PH going to the air, JB, Joseph Beasley to Carmelo Taylor. He's going to Penn State, and he's going to the end zone there. That's a touchdown, 7-0 Patriots. But the Knights had some air action themselves. Landon, all ties are going to Aiden Babich. He's going to take it right there, and he's going to take it to the house. That is 69 yards for the score. We are tied at 7. We go still in the first quarter. Beasley hooking up with Jose Kimbrough, and he's going to take the screen door and take it all the way to the house. 60 yards, PH regains the lead, 14-7. Second quarter, though, we're tied at 14, and Beasley's going to drop back the pass, and trouble here. He's going to get some haterade. DJ, play the nice song. Deshaun Johnson, reservation for 6 in the end zone, courtesy of number 6 on his jersey. The Knights go up 21-14, and K-Spring, they end PH's 7-game winning streak over them with the 34-28 victory.
It's time for the Friday Night Blitz Player of the Week, sponsored by Tater Benson of MKB Realtors.
Well, this week's athlete proves that defense wins games. Not only did he have 6 tackles for a loss plus a pass breakup as well, he also had 18 tackles on the night and a touchdown in his team's 24-7 win over Amherst County last Friday. And guess what? He's your player of the week.
Michael Thomas, running back linebacker, EC Glass High School. First, we would like to thank the line for getting that punch, because without them getting that punch, I wouldn't be open and being able to read it. When you coming off that most momentum, it's hard to stop you like that. So we just knew that we're going into it, we was just gonna have to get it and like stay on top the whole time to win that one. Flying around out there was just, it just felt like poetry, isn't it? Like, you know, in a sense, because like when you in practice and stuff like that, you know what you're supposed to do, so that's when you're working on it and repping it. And when you in game, it's just pretty much like a click. Like you really almost don't even got to think of it like that. It just happened.
Who got you into football?
My dad, yes sir, and my brothers. Just seeing them play it, I was like, yeah, I want to do that. Coach Johnson, with the way he coached, it just make you want to go play more, like play harder, like give it your all. Woody, he's just a wizard. Just playing here, the brotherhood you get from the football team is just a lot more than any person could like even imagine. Like, it really helped you out as a person. Football just taught me so much more than anything has in my life. So I'm gonna give it everything I got, and it's gonna give me everything it got. So you just want to better yourself for the community. You know what I'm saying? Like, and football is it's a small window, but football is life. So in practice, coach always say 11 hats at the ball, so we really live by that. So, and we just got, I feel like with this defense, we just got all the right pieces into place. Like, it's just there, like it's connecting. And we've been working all season too. Like before this season, we was working. We haven't stopped working, so it's gonna get nothing but better from here.
And now, the Macadit Play of the Night, sponsored by McAdoo's.
Our Macadit Play of the Night will go back to Bogle. Party time for the K-Spring Knights as Deshaun Johnson gets this big interception, and he takes it all the way to the house for the pick 6, leading K-Spring to their first win over Patrick Henry since 2010. Deshaun Johnson, you earned our Macadit Play of the Night.
And now, Friday Night Blitz, Unsung Hero, sponsored by the Army National Guard. Always ready, always there.
Well, this week's Friday Night Blitz Unsung Hero is nominated by William Fleming head football coach Jamar Lovelace, team equipment manager Coach Ed Thompson. Coach Thompson, 83 years young, has been with the Colonels since 1997. Thompson does it all for Fleming, washing and the practice and game uniforms, and he does it all for free. So congratulations to Ed Thompson on being this week's Friday Night Blitz Unsung Hero. If you have a Friday Night Blitz Unsung Hero suggestion, you can send your candidate along with a picture with your suggestion to my email address, David's or Ryan's. You see them all there on the screen. We'll have all that information for you on WFSRTV.com. Well, that puts this edition of Friday Night Blitz in the books. We have all the scores and highlights coming up on WFSRTV.com. I'm Jermaine Farrell. Hope all of your teams are winners. Have a wonderful and blessed night and weekend, everybody.